Hey, football fans, welcome back to another episode of Lions Latest, the show where we gather around and talk about the greatest team in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. I'm your host, Bryan Hanes, and we have some stuff ahead of this Sunday's matchup and some updates on players. So let's jump straight into the video. Starting off, we were talking about just some final predictions about Sunday's game against the Chiefs, and we got some insider stuff from some analysts on major networks and what their kind of opinions are going into the game. We're going to talk about them and just kind of give our own opinions on what they said. So the Lions are obviously back in the spotlight for Sunday Night Football, taking on the Chiefs. After a slow start, the Lions are off to a full steam ahead kind of season. Meanwhile, some are saying that the Chiefs aren't quite what they once were. This, of course, makes for some especially decisive picks for the national media, analysts, and writers. CBS Sports' Pete Prisco says the Chiefs have this one 34-30. Quote, the Chiefs are on a short week off a tough loss to the Jags on Monday night, but they face a banged up Lions team. The Chiefs are in desperation mode, and I think that will show here. The Chiefs will win a high scoring game, take advantage of the injured Lions defense. Patrick Mahomes will win late, end quote. So basically banking on the fact that our secondary is not where it needs to be right now. And because they're in desperation mode, Patrick Mahomes will pull something out of his hat to magically win a game. I think it says it right there, though. They're on a short week. They had a devastating loss. Their confidence is at a low right now. I mean, yes, there is the chance that because of desperation mode and it's Patrick Mahomes, they find a way to win this one in a shootout. But realistically, coming off of a short week and a loss to a team like the Jags, that wouldn't put me necessarily in a position where I'm going to win on that short week. I don't know about that one. It's not just because the Chiefs are winning. I just don't necessarily agree with the reasons why. I could see the secondary being a reason, but desperation mode, I don't know. Sports News Bill Bender says the Lions have this one 30-24. He says, quote, this might be a pick 'em by kickoff given how well the Lions have played since the week one loss against Green Bay. The Chiefs front loaded schedule continues. Detroit has taken advantage of +7 turnover ratio for the last 4 games. The Lions beat Kansas City 21-20 in the 2023 season opener, so the confidence is there. Now, this is what I can understand, right? High scoring game, obviously. They're going to get some points because of our banged up secondary. But because of the turnover rate that we've had, like the amount of good turnovers we've been producing, and the fact that we are coming out back to their house after we beat them last time, I feel like we're just coming back with that same level of energy, and even more so, we're a better team than we were back in that season opener of 2023. So I can honestly see us coming in here with just the mentality that we are the better team. Though I like that it's a shootout because obviously I don't think this is going to be the kind of game people thought we would have against the Bengals. This definitely will be a slower game, or not a slower game, but a very offensive game to be considered. And then finally, Fox Sports' Jeff Schwartz says Lions win. Quote, in my opinion, the Chiefs are not a good football team right now. The Lions, however, are playing good football on both sides of the ball. Their offense is rolling, and I don't see the Chiefs' pass rush being able to slow them down. The Chiefs' offense probably continues to improve, but is it going to avoid the same mistakes that have plagued them already? I just don't trust the Chiefs in the spot. End quote. Now, this is the take I agree with the most. We aren't seeing the same Chiefs that we have seen for the last 5 years. Now, does this necessarily make it an easy win? No. Just because they're not playing at the same level doesn't mean it's going to be an easy win. It's still the NFL. I think because of our secondary troubles, this can still be an incredibly close game, thus me agreeing with all the shootouts. If we are able to stay collected and we don't give up any of those free turnovers, though, giving them opportunities to go score and make the game closer, this should be our game, right? I think our secondary problems are definitely going to show a little bit. I think Xavier Worthy and Travis Kelce might get some stuff going. But overall, I think our offense is better fitted and our pass rush is just going to be better than theirs. That's just what I think. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong or if there's anything else I need to specifically be watching for. But I think with the amount of turnovers we've been creating and the good football we're playing on both sides of the ball, I think we should be able to win this one. That is going to take us to our second topic, where we are talking about the signing. Now, we've talked about this before, but now that we are into the season, I feel like it is worth bringing up again because we're getting closer and closer to this day of reckoning. So Aiden Hutchinson has been solid for us to start the 2025 season. In 5 games, he's racked up 12 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 1 hurry, and 14 pressures. He's been a big contributor to the Lions' 4-1 record. After being selected with the number 2 pick in the 2022 draft, Hutch has been as advertised for Detroit. Since getting drafted, the Lions have yet to record a losing record and have made 2 playoff appearances. With Hutch, who just turned 25 years old, by the way, establishing himself as one of the NFL's prominent pass rushers at that age, there have been questions about securing a long-term deal for him to remain in Detroit, which he absolutely needs to. We can't pull a Dallas trading away Luka, trading away Micah. ESPN recently posted an article with several analysts discussing which players are most likely to receive extensions in the near future. Jeremy Fowler predicted that the Lions could decide on a Hutchinson extension very soon, saying, quote, both sides have had exploratory discussions, end quote. And the pass rusher is in his 4th year of his rookie contract, so it is now or never. Green Bay Packers edge Micah Parsons became the highest paid pass rusher in the NFL this offseason with a 4-year, $186 million extension. In 67 games, Parsons has racked up 264 tackles, 55 sacks, 64 tackles have been for loss, and 188 pressures. Hutchinson in 44 games has 134 tackles, 33 and a half sacks, 35 tackles for loss, and 133 pressures. Now, Parsons, who was selected with the number 12 pick in 2021, has considerably higher numbers than Hutch. He has another year, but it's still considerably higher besides that. That suggests Hutch might not be getting paid at the same level as Parsons, but it can definitely be in the same ballpark. Hutch is in line easily to earn the largest contract for a defender in Lions history. That's currently held by defensive lineman Ali McNeil, who has a 4-year, $97 million deal. It also allows 5th-year general manager Brad Holmes to once again extend a young star early. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown signed a 4-year, $120 million deal at 24, while Penny Sewell was only 23 when we gave him his 4-year, $112 million deal. So it's not out of the question for us to get all of our young guys in. I think building our foundation now for the next 10 years is what the plan is. We're probably just going to most likely have to wait till after Kansas City to get this news. I'm very excited for what we're going to see from Hutch. I think this is kind of maybe not necessarily our last guy right now, but for the moment, this is our big last one that we have to take care of before we go to guys like Brian Branch, stuff like that nature, Jack Campbell down the line, right? But right now, this is our big one, and I think securing him is going to be the final piece of our core guys going into the next 5-10 years. And I'm really excited to see what we do with it. Let me know what you guys think, though. What do you think the number is going to end up being? Go in the comments right now and throw down a number and a year amount of deal you think we're going to sign him for. That's going to honestly take us to our third topic. Kind of rolls in perfectly. Just talking about the pass rush and what it needs to be like for Kansas City in order for us to really succeed, like we were talking about the first topic. Now, we are going to be without cornerbacks DJ Reed and Terrion Arnold, both dealing with injuries. Reed is currently on IR, and Arnold faces really an uncertain timeline with 2 doctors giving completely different opinions, but is expected to miss some time due to that shoulder injury. Defensive backs Amik Robertson, Rocky Sin, and Avonte Maddox are going to have to back him up. However, the best way to make life easier for the backups is by creating pressure, sacks, and disrupting the quarterback on the front side. Detroit is second in the NFL doing that with 16 sacks in 5 games, and Hutchinson is leading the charge and then some. So the guy we've just talked about who's going to get his money, he has been a huge success for why our pass rush has been so great, and it's like, yeah, big surprise. Pardon me, big surprise, but let's talk about it. Hutch is tied for 3rd with 5 sacks himself. He has won in 4 straight games. Not to mention a forced fumble in 3 consecutive games. The star pass rusher is also tied in the league, tied for the league lead with 31 pressures, ranking as a top-rated edge rusher in the league per Pro Football Focus. Dan Campbell was asked how important Hutch is, and the Lions coach couldn't put a value on it because, quote, there's not a big enough number, end quote. Holy crap, talk about having confidence in your guy, right? Quote, the number of things he's able to do for us in the run and the pass game, he pulls a lot of slack, man. You talk about pulling your weight. He pulls his weight and then some. He requires a lot of resources offensively, which helps everyone else out. Guys like him, he's in a rare world of you you don't get the easy way out. And quote, he's just a force. He's a guy that I can't believe the Jags didn't draft. I I can't believe it. I mean, it worked out perfectly for him to come to us, right? It was almost like the Jags had a handshake deal just to make the storyline better. But yeah, he does. He literally does so much for himself, and the fact that he pulls multiple linemen to him, like this says, I mean, it's just it allows Al Qadim Muhammad to go crazy. It allows Jack Campbell to get in those gaps much easier. It allows DJ Reader to just be there and not let anything go past him. It is a such a good piece to have on your team. And like Dan Campbell says, you just don't get the easy way out when you have to go up against a guy like that. There are multiple things you have to worry about. And on the other side of things, pass rusher Al Qadim Muhammad also deserves some love for stepping into the role left by Marcus Davenport, and he's been thriving with that opportunity. He's been one of the players to benefit from all the attention paid to Hutchinson. Muhammad is second on the team with 17 pressures and ranks among PFF's top 20 in overall grade in the pass rushing category. And the Lions are going to need that and some more for this game against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is a magician in the pocket. We know it. Somehow always finding a new way to get the ball out and make a play while extending it at the same time. The Chiefs quarterback is also getting a boost from stellar play from rookie offensive tackle Josh Simmons, which they needed because their tackles last year were booty. Mahomes has only been sacked 7 times in 5 games, with PFF crediting only 2 of those to Kansas City's offensive line. So it really is Patrick Mahomes just deciding he doesn't want to be sacked. Kelvin Shepard did joke while saying that the league fed him a murderer's row of matchups to open up his tenure as defensive coordinator. He said planning against Chiefs coach Andy Reid and those speedy weapons is another level of challenge. Due to the unorthodox approach and never showing his hand, it definitely is going to be a what are they going to do against us? And he's a first year. He didn't have the experience of having to prepare for them last time, even though he still was on the staff. This is going to be I'm really going to have to be ready for Patrick Mahomes and whatever tricks they're going to pull out. Hutchinson then echoed his defensive coordinator, reflecting on his memories of playing the Chiefs from 2023. The pass rusher said that the game showed him how aware Mahomes is. And I think this is going to help Kelvin Shepard with having those elite level guys who have already played Patrick Mahomes. He says it's all about finding the right balance and staying disciplined and staying aggressive when when rushing the passer. So it's not just run at him as fast as possible and try to get a tackle. Be aware for the spin move. Be aware for the rollout. Don't just try to make a stupid play because you think you're going to get a tackle and then allow him to make a 20-yard pass downfield to continue a drive going on 3rd and long, right? That's what the big thing here is. And I think Kelvin Shepard is lucky to have those elite level guys to kind of give him some help, some insight going into this game. Maybe the blitz packages will have more QB contains. We're going to probably have a spy on most man plays. I'm very excited to see what we do with this, having the experience we've already had from playing them in 2023 with that victory. I'm definitely curious and excited to see what Kelvin Shepard will dial up on this Sunday night game. It should be exciting for sure. With that being said, it's going to take us quickly into our 4th topic. Just some injuries ahead of this week because there are some notable names who haven't practiced this week. Ali McNeil is not one of them. He is out, but was a full participant in Wednesday's practice. He's coming back, guys. He's thawing out. It's coming back. I'm excited. Ali McNeil's coming back. On the bad side of things, though, Brian Branch is questionable with an ankle injury and was limited in practice. Still played a little bit, but they didn't have him in full participation. It still tells me he's going to play Sunday. We're definitely going to need him. The guy who got his first career interception in his first career NFL start against the Chiefs in 2023 will definitely want to come back and get another one against Patrick Mahomes. Kirby Joseph is questionable with a knee injury, but however did not practice on Wednesday. Now we're not sure about his status for Thursday so far, but this is another guy we're going to need, right? Both of our safeties back there, especially now that our corner position has kind of been decimated. Having both safeties back there is going to be huge. So we're not pulling Avonte Maddox back and forth. And then finally, the biggest one, and I think this one will give people the most worry, but I don't think you should be too worried, is St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown missed practice Wednesday because of a wrist injury. Was totally out, didn't even participate. Now, a wrist injury, why is that bad? Oh, because he has the most receptions. Oh, because catching is this whole thing. Oh, because your wrist is right next to your hand. I honestly think this is just a pain thing. I think he may have dinged it up or done something to it in practice. He's going to ice it. I think he'll be fine. I don't think we have anything too bad to worry about. If for some reason we hear this new report that he's out for Sunday, then we can start all crapping our pants a little bit. But for now, I think our slot receiver who's going up against a defense with not a great slot defense is going to eat Sunday, and we just got to have him ready to go. So knock on wood, Lions fans. You know how it goes in Detroit. We knock on wood for everything because we're not allowed to have nice things. With that being said, we are out of time today. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Lions Latest. If you made it to this point in the video, tell me what your opinions are on these final predictions ahead of Sunday's game and what you think is going to happen. And tell me your final prediction for the score this Sunday. Also, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss a single video here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Go Lions, and I will see you all in the next video.